Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday, and welcome to our virtual STEM experiment. I am so happy and excited to see you all here today on the STEM Friday session. And my name is Miss Jennifer, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of an experiment. I got my sweater on, and it's kind of like a lab coat, kind of, don't you think? I'm pretty excited as it's an experiment today, so I thought I'd wear this. All right, but just to get you guys started, we're going to talk about the STEM and or STEAM, what it means, because we had added a new letter to it. So STEAM is a short term for the fields of science, technology, engineering, math, and art. So there is 5 different letters. So the first one is science, which what we're going to be experimenting with today, which is exploring cause and effect and manipulating and combining objects together to see what the reaction will be. Secondly is technology of using basic tools like a magnifying glass, large screws, scissors, and glue to create something new. And thirdly is engineering, where we're exploring how objects work together and identifying the best material for the task. And fourthly, we have is art, which is using basic materials to create something new with paper. It could be glue, it could be recycled materials, it could be so much more, which is endless art. And lastly is math, which includes counting, weighing, could be sorting, it could be anything. It could even include money. And today, for our STEM experiment, we're going to be focusing on science. I love using magnifying glasses. It makes your mouth bigger. Woo! And I think we're going to be using it today as we're going to need to use our eyes. And today we will be experimenting the growing gummy bear. What? Look how tiny that little gummy bear is, my friends. It's so teeny tiny. It's about the size of a dime. That's very small. But before we begin our experiment today, I want to ask you some I wonder predictions before we start. Do you got any I wonder predictions in the comments below, my friends? What do you think it could be? How is this gummy bear gonna grow? I'm stumped. I wonder how big the gummy bear will get. Or I wonder if we can use anything other than a gummy bear. Maybe a gummy worm? That may be something you could try. I wonder how big your gummy bear will get. How big? Do you think it could grow to the size of a nickel? Do you think it could grow to the size of my thumb? Or is it the same size that it is right now? It's a little bit bigger, but we will find out. Or maybe, how long will the gummy bear take to grow? Would it take 1 day, 2 days, maybe even 3 days? We will find out, my friends. Let's find out together. So, and these are also some very extraordinary predictions if you guys thought of some. So I hope you guys keep those in mind at the end. But you can join in this fun activity with us today of doing the growing gummy bear. And what you're going to need is you're going to need a glass with a clear jar with some water in it. I did about halfway if you're going to do at least one little gummy bear. And you're also going to need your little friend here, a little gummy bear, or you can use more. And what we're going to do is you're going to fill up your jar with water. I did about halfway, and it's clear. This is just a measuring cup that I used. And then I'm going to grab my little gummy bear friend here, and he's going to go for a little dive. Plop! That was a very loud plop. And now he's in his jar. Let's see if you guys can see him on the magnifying glass here. There he is. Let's see, can I make it bigger? Oh, look at that, my friends. You can see him. It gets closer. Look at that. You can see it. A jar is kind of like a magnifying glass. It reflects what you can see. And you can see my eyes. Look at how my eyes look in that jar. It looks kind of funny. All right, so that is how you start it. And what you're going to do now is you're just going to patiently wait. I would say about a day or two, and keep an eye on it the whole day. And sometimes what I like to do is I took some before and after pictures. So I took a before picture of what it looked like, and that is using technology as well, my friends. So that's another STEAM we're using today. And what you're going to do is take a picture of it just to see what it would look like now, and then you're going to see what it's going to look like after. But why don't we see what happened as Miss Jennifer started one earlier in the day, yesterday, and I want to show you guys what happened. So this is what happened. Look at that, my friends. Let's see if I can get a magnifying glass to show that. It's a little bit foggy. Whoop. Look at that. Look how big it is. And look at all the bubbles. There's a lot of bubbles on our little gummy bear here. I also, here, let's put that right here, have a few more to show you. These I got at the Dollar Tree. These little beakers, they were $1.25. They're super cute. And they got some gummy bears in them. And look how big and fat they got, my friends. And they're all different colors, so you can see what they would look like when they are growing. And we're going to take them out to see what they look like and inspect them a little bit more. We're going to be investigators. And look at this. These ones kind of look the same, but actually one of them is orange, but it looks like they changed a little bit. Isn't that really cool, my friends? All right, so this is what it's going to look like before, and this is what it's going to look like after. Look at the size difference. Wow. And now I'm going to take out my little sized one here so you guys can have a little bit of a difference of what they will look like. So this is the before, and we're going to put that on our plate here. I brought a plate with me just in case if I wanted to show you guys. And this is one after. And they smell really good when they come out of the water. Ooh, my friends, this is something new as a prediction that we were talking about. Look how big it is. And it's kind of jiggly. It's jiggling like Jell-O a little bit. Look at it, jiggle. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. It's very soft. Sometimes this is a good sensory, so you can touch it. But be gentle, it might be fragile. And it's very squishy and soft. So that means it's hard to touch. So I'm just going to place it right there in the plate. And I'm going to show you, my friends, the difference. All right. Ooh, slippery. Look at that, my friends. Look at that size difference. Whoop, slipping and sliding for me. I'm going to try to hold it. Let's see, put that there for now. Look at the size difference, my friends. It is big. And this one's the small one. So this is the normal size one, is the green one. And this red one is the one that was been in my jar for almost 1 day. And I would say and a half. So I would say 2 days. So I started yesterday morning, and I left it in all day until I started my live session with you guys today. That is so cool at how big a gummy bear can get. But I want to see our other gummy bears and see if maybe something happened to them as well. So let's find out. I'm just going to empty the water out of these ones. And we're going to put it on our plate here. Ready? Whoa, look at it. There's another big gummy bear. It's a yellow gummy bear. This one kind of looks squished too, because he was in the bottom. My hands smell like lemons now from the gummy bears. They all have different scents. So we're kind of using our sensory senses here. Sensory senses, that's a tongue twister. And now we got another color here. I think this is the orange. I'm just putting the rest of the water away. All right. And now let's put our other gummy bear. Oh, that one broke. Oops. That's okay. Some of them are just very soft. So that's something I never knew, my friends, is they get very, very fragile and soft to the touch. So this one was the orange gummy bear, and it kind of broke a little bit, but that's okay. They will come out nice and big. All right, and now we got our last two here. Let's open them up and see what's inside. I love experiments. These are my favorite. Got a little bit of water in there still. All right, let's try our green one that is going to compare to our tiny green one. Whoa, look at that size. It is so cool. And it smells like lemons, or limes, not lemons. I do smell lemons in there because they all have a different scent. That's something very cool I never knew about, that they smell different. I thought they all smelled the same. And now we got another red one. Boop, made a plop noise. And there is our red one. All right, but also if you guys want, I'm gonna leave these here for you to look at. Okay, we can even see if we can, they're kind of slippery. I don't wanna, woo, they're very slippery. Very, look at that, my friends. It's like a magnifying glass, you can see through it. Wow. Some of them are kind of hard to see. Let's put our normal size gummy bear back into our jar. Well, ooh, made a big splash. And we're going to leave them in there for another day. And I will take a picture and put it in the comments for you, my friends. So I'm going to leave this here for you guys to look at while I talk to you about some of what they are learning, your child is. But also before we start that, I want to give you an extension you can add onto this by the before and after process of taking pictures. So you can take a before and after. So I took a before when they were in the jar. And then I'm going to take a picture after, later, now, of what they look like now. And you can leave them as long as you want to see how big they will grow. Sometimes they won't even change, but that's okay. As well as having a side-by-side look of a normal gummy bear and a big gummy bear, like we did earlier. That's something that's an extension you can add in. And you could also try a different gummy if you'd like to see what would happen. I think a gummy worm might be something fun to try. All right, so what they are learning is they're using cognition, understanding the cause and effect of putting a gummy bear into water as the water molecules go into the gummy bear and make it expand and expand and expand. And it'll keep expanding until it can't have any more room to fit in anymore. And they're problem solving by figuring out how big the gummy bear could expand to. We never knew how big ours was going to get until we had to take it out, right, my friends? And it was only a day since it got this big. I looked at it. I loved looking at it all day yesterday when I came home. And I saw it and I'm like, wow. And I told my mom, I was like, look how big these got. I was so excited. But I hope you guys all had an enjoyable day on our virtual STEM Experiment Fridays. And I hope to see you guys next week with Miss Karen for some more STEAM experiments. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope you all have an amazingly fun Friday. And we will see you soon, my scientists, on our next STEAM experiment. Bye, my friends.